Hello everybody, I am Thomas Beck. I'm Station Manager WMPA TV. What do I do on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon? I come inside and work on video stuff. Downside of being a techie freak. But anyway, I'm here today. I'm getting ready for the 4th of July and working on workflows, how I'm going to do things, not only for the 4th of July, but the county fair and for the upcoming sports season. Always trying to take it up a notch and not do the same thing the same way every year. There's just not a challenge in that, and it gets quite boring. And I like to evolve over time. And so this year we're going to try a few odd things here. All right, so just to give you an idea what we got going on in my main components this year will be the addition of some PTZ cameras. I'll be using the VMix software to do all my switching and streaming from, and then I also have a stream deck which will be used for various shortcuts for scoreboards and things of that sort. Also added a USB hub because nothing has enough USB or the right kind of ports that you need anymore. I'm going to take a drink, excuse me. I got an abscessed tooth that hurts like a son of a gun. This is water. I got other conditions to keep me from drinking my father's, God rest his soul, favorite toothache medication, which was Jack Daniels. That's when you knew Dad had a toothache. That's the only time when I was growing up that the whiskey was out. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, so let me give you a little idea of what I'm using here. So let's just fade to my screen. Now this is what I'll be staring at while everybody else is watching the football game. I'm watching this thing. All right, so what are you looking at? Well, over here on the left, this is your preview monitor. So ideally, proper protocol would be whatever shot you're going to use next, you put in this preview monitor. You can go direct, but it's always the best practice to put it in the preview monitor. Over here on the right, this is the output. So you're seeing right now, you are seeing the output of the screen that I am using, and that's the output in the upper right. So that's what people are seeing. Down here below are my various sources I have going in. I got cameras 1, 2, and 3 going. I have an animated transition. It's called a stinger. I got that ready to go. I got a graphic slate for the 4th of July. I have an intro that'll play when we start streaming before the programs will play. You saw that at the beginning of this. Of course, one of the inputs is, like I said, this computer screen so you can see what I'm doing. And I had my title slate or image ready to go, and you saw that already too. All right, so what am I going to be doing? All right, let's get back here to the main screen here. I'm pressing all kinds of wrong buttons. All right, now, if I want to switch normally, what I would do is, like if I wanted to go to camera 1, I'd come down here, click on 1, put it in a preview bus. If I wanted to cut, then I hit the cut button up here on the screen, click, and there you go, you see me. All right, on camera 2, I go to 2, come over 2, click on 2. Likewise, I want to go to this camera here. I click on that, and then I hit fade or cut. Now, you might notice that it's doing some funky things, and there's a reason it's doing that. It's actually by design. And I knew I was going to have problems recording this when I did that. You know, so when you got multiple cameras going on, and you got a fast-paced environment, I'm sitting here, I'm bouncing around, hitting buttons like crazy. The more buttons you got pressed, the more likely you are to mess up. So I need to find a way to sort of ease my workflow a little bit. So ideally what would happen is I'd call the shots and have somebody else here pressing all the buttons. That's why they do that in the pros. It sort of separates the workflow, spreads it out to where it's easier for everybody to get the job done. Now, how can I do that? Well, I don't have enough volunteers, so getting people to call, it's really not an option. Doing less cameras, making it less advanced, absolutely. Sometimes keeping it simple is best. But like I said, I like to continue to evolve as time goes by. So this software gives you the ability to incorporate voice commands. So you might notice when I said some numbers, the screen was sort of bouncing around and it looked like I didn't know what I was doing. Well, that's partially true. But anyway, this thing has some interesting capabilities. How well this will work in a loud environment like a press box, I don't know. I will try it at the first football game, and not by 5 minutes into it, I might be doing it the old-fashioned way, running around with my mouse. But we'll see. In the ideal setting, I could do things like this. All right? Ready, 3. As you can see, look where 3's at. It's in the preview. I can say, take 3. Take 3. There you go. And that pops up. Likewise, I can tell it to fade 1. Fade 1. And it fades to 1. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Fade 2. And then if I want to use my stinger, I can say, in this particular case, I have it set up this way, take screen. And that brings me back to my graphic for my computer screen so you can see what's going on. So I'll have all kinds of voice commands I can use. I do have problems like I demonstrated in this video. Take 1. I do have problems though where if I'm talking and one of those words comes out or it thinks it hears one of those words, it'll just randomly switch. That's going to be an issue. It might be as simple as going, take dos, take uno, take tray. See, and even that causes some issues. So I might just have to say, take able. You know, and put in some special words to that. Take 1. So, also think in a proper microphone, one here to go over my head. Take 1 will be beneficial. Like I said, I'll try it a little bit, and if it don't work out, it don't work out, and I move on to other things. So, it's not the end of my world. But anyway, that's just it for now. I hope you enjoy it. Take screen. And I can go in and I can adjust it so that my wording has to be very precise. That could be one of my issues right now too. So I'll give that a shot and I'll play with it some more. And when I get everything set up for the football season and I got it working good, I'll do a little preview show. Till then, everybody, have a great day.